see Ditto back there jamming out.
Yep.
Hi.
One-eyed pup.
Yeah.
Aw.
Sox is starting the new year with us.
Hi, Socks.
It's
Happy
pirate.
New Year, everybody.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What's happening?
First DT4 of 24.
Happy New Year.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Let me get my chat pulled up.
Chat it up. I need to do that too, actually. I was messing around with stuff over here. We got we're doing good. We got 4 people in
I
here.
think
That's
500 people, it looks like.
Nah, you always undersell us.
What's up, y'all?
500?
Giselle, Jay, Grimley, Tammy, Michelle, Jason, Irish.
Hi, friends.
What is happening? How are y'all?
What's up, guys? So did you guys have I know what if you had a good New Year, but did you guys have a good New Year?
Mm-hmm. It was a good New Year. In fact, it was fun because we rang in the New Year playing games with some friends online.
Yeah, we had a good time.
So
Yeah, I had to stiff you guys. I was with Lex, and we didn't do a lot though. We just hung out. We watched some of the stuff on TV, which we never do. We didn't go downtown because that's nuts. So
yeah.
You don't like the festivities?
not in Vegas. It gets a little nuts. So
Bet,
I
man.
hear all the stories. The next day, though, I always hear the stories from my son because he works down there as a cop. So
Oh.
yeah,
Rock
Yeah.
is his own festivity.
yeah.
He must not have a boring job at all.
He's actually a detective. So, but they get pulled for like New Year's and like when they had the race down there and stuff.
Yeah,
He gets pulled for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
it's kind of like how my sister's stepdad
Oh, yeah.
for like the Astros games or any kind of events they have like in Houston.
They get overtime. They make overtime and all that
Oh, he
stuff.
loves it. Yeah, they get paid well.
So what do you got this new week, new year? What do you guys pick up? Anything great?
What did we get?
We've gotten some good stuff.
We got a trash can.
We did.
Nice.
I think I'm going to custom that maybe. I don't know.
I think you should.
I think it'd be fun.
What else? Let's see. Yeah, we got some MUMBOT plushies.
Uh-oh.
Something we haven't showed. We got this bear brick that's on camera. It's a Shepherd Fairy Obey. Right there. Right.
Get out of here.
That one's up.
Yeah, your guys' display just grows and grows every week.
I know.
Yeah,
What's the skull underneath your cranky? E?
So that's actually a MUMBOT plush too.
It is. You want to see
Yeah.
it?
It looks absolutely huge though. That's why I didn't notice that was the plushie. It looks
just a
huge.
plushie.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is so she has that MUMBOT world on Hot
Yep.
Topic. So
Yep.
it's really cool.
It looks so big back there.
This
Yeah.
one too.
Giggity. Yeah, we got that.
Look, it has a leaf butt.
We got that one from Red.
Speaking of plushies,
Uh-oh.
we got a couple of giveaways that we're going to do tonight, and I figured out, Rock, how we should do it. So, Rock, you're going to have to sign off on this, but I came up with an idea. I hope you guys like it on the fly.
Oh, I had to sign off.
Hey, just real quick. Sketch said, "Okay, I'm ready to jump on." So, Ditto, you're good. You're good to go. You can.
I'm out.
Yeah, you're good.
Starting the new year off on the right foot, I guess.
There you go.
All right. So this Agostus, which is the plushy character from our guest who's going to be on in a little bit, MUMBOT, and a beautiful sticker that I found at Rotofugi.
Nice.
I've got 2 sets of these.
All right. So we got two giveaways tonight then.
2 giveaways. Now, here's what I was thinking, Rock.
All right.
I kind of was thinking, what do we need to do? We need to generate likes, and we need to generate
Money.
comments to get the algorithm going here. So
Right.
I thought what we could do is a post contest. So everybody who watches this will give you, I don't know, Rock, you come up with the day that you want us to run this, but we can go on IG live and do a wheel. And what you need to do is you need to like this episode, and you need to comment in this episode with the hashtag MUMBOT.
Yep.
All right.
And they got to subscribe. There's 3 things. Things. Subscribe, comment, and like it.
And then we will do a IG live, and we'll all get on and we'll do the giveaway with a wheel sometime in the next couple of days.
Nice.
Dig it.
Sounds good to me.
like it. So check it. I showed Ditto. I showed EMB too already, but check it out. I opened the Monsters box today. I had 2 boxes, and I got, actually, it's so hard to see in the light, but I got 2 autos. So I am super
really
excited. Yeah.
I got
What up, Red?
I got
What's up, Tucci?
I got
What's
a
that?
couple of cool. I got a couple of cool things that I opened up. They've been sitting here for the past couple of days. I've been lazy, but we all know and love Cam, who goes by many names, SK on whatnot.
Yeah.
Or
Sneaks,
he goes by he sometimes by me.
not only to you. But she Cam
SK.
Cam finally got me a DIY, which I was kind of joking around about, but I got a very sweet little note, which I won't read, but it's very nice.
Aw.
And then I got this cool DIY card.
Nice.
I love it.
And then I am honored to say that
That's
Cam
utterly awesome.
told me that she is giving me the very first canvas that she is parting with to another person outside of herself.
Oh,
So I got
Whoa.
that's cool.
canvas. So that was very cool. And then I also got something from Grimley, Mr. Final Question. First off, I have to say, all y'all, and B, I know you do this too, which is really dope.
Oh yeah.
All these artists are really kind and do handwritten notes. I don't know. I know you guys have all gotten them too, but I don't want to read this because again, it's a lot of nice sentiment and stuff that I don't want to.
Grimley's made me cry.
Yeah, Grimley is gives me all the feels. But Grimley, I had commissioned Grimley to do a triptych DIY, and I don't know if I can pull this together here. I'll try, but it includes a Series 3 foil, and it's Wizard of Oz. It's a Wizard of Oz theme. So I'll just show it one at a time. It's probably easier that way.
Just so you guys know, Miss MUMBOT is behind in the green room partying it up. So we'll bring her on in a minute.
This is the foil with the gold, the yellow brick road, and then this is the right side with the. He incorporated all the characters using his characters.
Yeah, that's
I
dope.
love
So is that your one-eyed dog on the yellow brick road? Double check that. Knowing Grimley.
No,
Oh.
it's not.
I was gonna say, I bet you Grimley did that.
And then
Way
he
to kill it, Grim.
included a bunch of these, which are all characters of the Wizard of Oz with very cool sayings. I went through them on IG earlier. I'll do it again, later at a later date. I won't do it here, but a lot of the Wizard of Oz themed little cool things. So thank you, Grimley. I really appreciate that. That was above and beyond.
Yeah, Grim is the best. We love Grim.
A couple of cool things. But our guest, I do have a few things pulled up for our guest that's coming up.
Oh, cool.
Red said, Mombotomus Maximus. She's the leader of the Auto Mumbots.
Okay.
Say that 5 times.
Red's going deep. He's going deep on the wordage tonight.
Oh, Series 2.
Series
Creatives.
How long? I love that foil card.
The guy that pulled that 101, I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she had a lenticular in Series 2. I don't know. It's going to show great, but. And then I, at 5 points last year in 2023, which is hard to believe that we're in frickin' 2024. I picked up this 101 piece from Strange Cat that she had.
Since we're showing things off, I mean,
What? Yeah. Why don't we all flex? So MUMBOT, you just have to send me something then.
There you go.
I got to get a piece. Like, I have all the cards, but I don't have any.
Actually, if you go to Strange Cat's website right now, I'm pretty sure, we can ask her in a minute, but I'm pretty sure that she has these Sofubi's, the Shumis, on the website right now.
B, I remember when you picked that up at NYCC, you came back and you're like, I cannot believe this was not purchased yet. I had to get it. Like, you were so excited to grab that.
I was shocked that they had that still. It was like the second or third day of NYCC. I was like, how? Has Stormy Vault not sold that yet?
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you do the intro tonight because I know you are absolutely head over heels about MUMBOT's art and all her stuff. So I'm going to let you do the intro tonight.
Oh, man. No pressure. Okay. Yeah, well, we are super excited to introduce MUMBOT, which many of our friends here in the chat probably know. But for you guys that do not, she is a brilliant mind, a creative. She does digital art. She has now has coffee, which I missed out on. But she's got designer toys. She is a woman of many trades. So please welcome MUMBOT.
Ta-da!
Hello!
Hey!
Wow! Such a nice intro. Thank you.
Oh well, thanks. Because I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but
just so you know, Mama, you are the first guest on our DT4 journey that's been a headliner twice
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Fun fact. So that will be in the trivia game later on in 2025.
I was
so.
just invisible on brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a
There
true
you go.
ghost last
A
time.
ghostess. Yes. Exactly.
And you're our very first guest of 2024.
Yay. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for having me. I'm so glad you guys invited me.
Of course.
I mean, I really wanted to be here last time. As I told you, there was
We understand. Yeah.
personal
No worries.
emergency.
No worries.
And life happens. So no, we appreciate. We know you're busy, so we appreciate you coming back and starting our year off right. So
Yay.
it also looks like you had some really exciting news today.
I did.
You want to? Can we start the show talking about?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Do it. Yes.
All right.
I feel like the child version of me is just bursting out like of my body right now because I have the small Augustus is actually going to space, like in an actual spaceship.
That's
on
cool.
Love
That's
it.
crazy. That's
Love
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So when does that happen?
Yeah. So the launch is on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launching from Cape Canaveral on January 17th next week.
Wow.
Soon.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. And I just found out today that like the part, so I did a digital art piece accompanying it, and that will also be displayed during the launch of the like official launch of the Axiom Space AX3 mission. So like it's like the Super Bowl of like space.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I cannot wait. So, and I did read that on your IG chat that you were gonna hopefully live stream the.
Yep. That's my
Okay.
goal. Yes, Instagram seems like the best place in my opinion
yeah.
to do it. So
Yeah.
I mean, if I could do multiple, I'll try. But I
Yeah.
don't want to make myself stressed out about like how to stream it.
Yeah.
No, because you want to enjoy that experience too. So
Exactly.
you gotta, kind of be in the moment for it.
Yeah. I'll just like get a GoPro and like.
There you go. So would you go to space yourself? Just curious, like if they offered you a trip on that rocket, would you go with Augustus?
Yes, I think.
Really?
I think I would. I don't know. It's
Almost
hard.
already.
But I don't think that rocket has people on it, does it?
It does.
It does?
Has,
It does.
It's the first all European manned space flight. Yeah, there's I've been doing a ton of research. There's 4 astronauts. 2 of them are dual citizens with the United States. One's the United States and Spain. There's an astronaut from Sweden, from Turkey. It's the first astronaut from Turkey also. And
My old stomping grounds.
and Italy, I believe.
Nice.
And
So
one is apparently named Red Guardian. He's
Yeah.
the ghost.
He's ready to
Can we
go.
get 1 or 2 of those astronauts to do a DIY when they're up in space? Maybe.
Yeah, that would be
That would be
amazing.
cool. Yeah.
We need to know that the next trivia question will be who's the first creative in space. Who it's going to be a rush to go see who can get up there now.
That's a
Yeah.
good-
Well, Grimley's always spacey. He's
That is
been
true.
there.
That is true.
So
I mean the physical, not metaphysical, but
gotcha.
physical. Yeah.
King Seuss is asking how that came about.
How did it come about? That's a good question. Actually, so Axiom Space, the guy who asked me from Axiom Space, who reached out to me, knew of me from like a mutual friend apparently. But he said he's already been like a fan of my work, and he'd already been following my like physicals and my digital work. So yeah, so they just invited me. This was several months ago, maybe spring 2023, and then I had to play it cool and like
Sure.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
I think I can fit you in my schedule.
Maybe we can make that happen.
yeah, I can see what I can do. No. I was really excited. It was like of the top 3 things I've as a kid that I wanted to be. Artist was always on the list, but astronaut was up there for a long time.
Wow.
No.
That's crazy.
I mean, a little piece of you is going up there. That's pretty cool. Congratulations.
It's the closest probably for in my lifetime that maybe who knows? But they're trying to change. That's kind of
You
like
never
their goal
know.
to change that. Commercial space flight is becoming more in reach. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Space has always been huge in our family. My dad worked for the space shuttle program for 30 years. And so every launch was a huge to do. We get, if I was in town, I would get to go to the launches and stuff like that. So
Gotta be
it's
really
exciting.
exciting.
It's super cool.
Yeah. I didn't know when I would see the rockets go up, I didn't know that I lived near JPL, like when I was a kid.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and I like it didn't even occur to me to look that up until a couple years ago. And then I remember I was like, I thought that those launches were always in Cape Canaveral, which is in Florida. So what was I seeing? Was I like imagining that? And then I looked it up, and JPL was really close to where I used to live.
Yep.
Wow. How cool. Well, yeah, sorry, that was probably a weird way to start the show, but I just saw that today, so I was like, we got to talk about that. That is so cool.
It might be the first ghost in space.
Probably
That we know
so.
about.
That we know of. That I actually just found, I've been doing a ton of research. I just found out about a garbage pail kid apparently went to space.
Really?
Yeah, like a card. So that's
Yeah.
from an inside knowledge person, someone who knew someone who brought it to space. But it wasn't like something you could easily find online.
So maybe we need to get a creatives card and attach it to a ghostess and bring creatives into space.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be crazy.
You need to throw your lenticular on there too. And
I wish I had thought of it, because I could have probably stuck it inside or like rolled. You know, it would have damaged the card though. This is pretty small.
Yes, it is.
Years back when I was doing jewelry, I made 2 pieces of jewelry out of a meteorite, which was kind of cool.
Ooh, I love that.
Unique.
I love that.
That is really cool.
Custom Rocking Toys meteorites coming next year.
No, they're all dried up.
Did you find the meteorites yourself?
No, I did not. No, I purchased them from a gem dealer that had them, and it was a pretty good opportunity. So I'm like, I got to do this. It's space related. I got to do it. And this was years and years ago. But
Grimly, if we can get one of those astronauts to eat a bunch of creatives cards.
There you go. Then the creatives cards will be in
only
space.
Grimly. So speaking of creatives cards, give us the download, because I know Ditto always asks this question about your journey in the getting into the creatives, how you learned about it, how you were, how you came up with your designs, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm a fan of Red Guardian and everything he does.
Yeah.
He's all right. He's all right.
I also love trading cards. Interestingly, like that was the first thing that I remember ever collecting with my own money. Like, from, whatever, like maybe I washed some of the neighbors' cars or had a lemonade stand or something, and I had some extra cash, and our local like ice cream truck sold some really cool trading cards. And yeah, so that's where I would collect them. And so I believe he had asked me to participate in series 1, but it was timing. I was totally down to do it, but it was the timing that just made it impossible. I was moving between Bangkok and the States, and it was like also pandemic, and it was just like a lot of it was a bit crazy at that moment. So I remember hitting him up being like, definitely I want to do the next one. So like, please, like, let's make sure that happens. And then he did. He reminded me like, hey, like, we're doing this. So I just was so happy to participate. I already had artwork that I had in mind for things. And when I found out that I would get to do a lenticular, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that one and the Ezra Brown lenticular are my 2 favorite cards.
The MUMBOT card is always upside down in the packs, just so you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. But
it's interesting.
So dope.
Awesome.
Such a dope card.
Yeah. And that foil,
we love your set of cards.
The pink Yeah, I'm sure you probably didn't know about which one was going to be your foil card, but the one that I'm assuming Red chose it, because that's what I hear he does, is he chooses the foil cards, and that one, the pink on it just really pops.
Yeah.
So every time you open a pack, Series 2, you know, like when your card gets pulled, it's like, whoo, that pink, it's so pretty.
So we were actually in a Whatnot stream whenever Series 2 sold out, and a brand new collector actually, Ditto, you were there, a new collector card pop.
Yep.
Pulled MUMBOT's 101.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was his very first Creatives card pack that he bought.
Yeah.
And
it was wild.
That was so, like, everybody was trying to explain to him like how crazy it was, like that card that he got.
He hit me up, wanted to sell for 13 hundo.
Yeah.
Well, Red said earlier somebody under the table offered him 2,000, and he said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So, yeah. Pretty incredible. So, and
Yeah,
his wife.
that was a cool moment to be a part of that. It was
And
like,
I want to say his wife is an art teacher, if I remember correctly. So they're like big fans of art. So he was pretty pumped. So it went into good hands.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Red sent me the video. I people were tagging me on some videos, and I was like, oh my god! I was like, you have to send me that.
That was a fun night. That was a fun night.
yeah, it was a long night, but very fun night.
So I see a Scala back there. I see Cause.
Yep.
Is this all just personal collection?
Yeah, just personal collection.
That's really
I noticed the scholar right away.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Cause.
Yeah, you got a cool background. I love it.
you.
Let's take it a step further back though, because a lot of people know MUMBOT, especially the people that are in our chat right now. But a lot of people do come back and they'll watch this after the fact, and they're maybe learning about you for the first time. So let's take it further back and tell us a little bit about how you got into art. Have you been into art since you were like a little kid? Was this something you got into in high school? Like, talk to us about how that journey started.
Yeah, sure. I'll be happy to. And to be honest with you, I don't often get to talk about that stuff because sometimes people assume like I've already talked about everything. They don't even ask me stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
That's what we do here. We dig up the truth here.
We bring it back to the basics.
I appreciate that. It's really cool. Just as a kid, I really loved art. That was like mainly what I would do for fun, I would say. I mean, I was like playing outside a lot too, but my like great grandfather had a painting that was hanging above our TV, and I grew up and it was like this deep kind of dark painting of a forest, and my mom was an artist and her paintings and her sculptures were all over the house, and just it wasn't something that I ever felt like limited by. I felt like I could, no matter what, I could always draw, and I didn't get in trouble if I was doing art. So, maybe we'd get into trouble whenever we were doing other stuff outside. But yeah, it's not like something too that like you needed a lot of fancy stuff for. Like if you had a pencil and you had paper, you could draw, and no matter what. So like, I didn't have much growing up. I was, I came from like a pretty low income. I came from like actual poverty, to be quite honest. Like, and I had always had a pencil, I always had paper, and if I could get a sketchbook, I had one. So, and I kept it with me all the time.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I was always drawing. I didn't even really get into painting until high school. So, and it was later, I sculpted a few times, but it was based on like the school program, right? Like if the school provided you with the access to the clay and the things.
Yeah.
And I realized the first sculpture I ever did was like this mother holding, I was 7, and it was a mother holding a baby and like with a dress, and you knew exactly what it was. And I just saw it in the clay and I made it happen. And I remember my mom like couldn't believe it. Like my teachers couldn't believe it. People were like, this is your first time sculpting. And so it's just, I didn't have access to that again for like many years. So when I finally had access to these things and I had the resources to paint and to sculpt, it was because of support from either like my aunt and uncle, who I later they adopted me. That's how I ended up in New York. They were just so supportive. They would like send me to like art classes to do live drawing and learn, you know, like actual techniques of painting. I was painting anyway. Like as soon as they gave me paints, I was painting all day. Like I would just go to town. So, you know, it was in me. It was like something I needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. We hear a lot of journeys like that, you know, on DT4 with the artists that, you know, have used kind of art as an escape, a vehicle, you know, to kind of maybe get out, you know, out of some form of either trauma, something that, you know, just as an escape, you know, of some kind. So it's a thematic that kind of goes across a lot of the artists, which is kind of neat to hear that beginning journey, you know, where you started from.
It's such a healthy thing if you have it. It's such a healthy, it could be so beneficial, you know.
Absolutely. For sure.
Now let's talk about your character. This little guy right here. You showed off the little one that's going to space. I got a little bigger one that we're going to give away here to DT4 crews that likes to watch our shows here. But how did you come up with a ghostess? Like what inspired the ghost?
Yeah, that's a good question. So a ghostess is, I've always been drawn to like creepy, cute, right? And I've always kind of been into like, I love Halloween. Some of my best memories are from like are Halloween related. And so, you know, I think like there was definitely like something about ghosts that I was drawn to specifically, but also when I realized like I would draw ghosts, it was something that I never got sick of drawing and painting. And then what was funny is it was another outlet for me to be able to get across in my opinion, I know now more, but at the time I was just like doing it. Now I know that like one of the things I was doing was I was trying to find a vehicle to get across darker themes and subject matters in sort of explore it in a lighthearted way.
Yeah.
And a way that's easier for someone else to take it, but not like not trauma dump on them. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
I know. I noticed
Subtle.
your art, you use a lot of bright colors, but the message behind it's a lot, you know, a lot more deep.
Yeah. So I don't want to take myself too seriously, but I'm also like not trying to shy away from difficult subject matter sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think it's important, you know, at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So a ghostess is also, there's more to it. You know, I wanted, there's something else about the fact that a ghostess is already dead. So I think it was kind of a cool way to like make us and myself have to think about how much time I have left here and like what am I doing with the time that I have here.
Yeah,
I like that.
And you never know when your time's going to end, so live it to the highest right now.
Like you don't even need to be sick. It doesn't need to be a pandemic. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. It could just be, you know, you didn't know that you had like some weird thing like that your brain like,
or you walk across the street and get hit by a bus. I mean, anything can happen in life. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do have to cherish kind of, and that we always preach too, like, you know, to kind of tell the people that you love in your life that you love them daily and regularly remind that, because, you know, time is short on earth. You just never know when that time is going to be, you know, so
yes.
Cool. I got to meet you at 5 Points this past year, which was very cool. And you were I can say this, you are an artist's artist. I can tell because every artist was coming up to your table and you were having deep conversations and stuff. And you were, but you were very gracious with your time. I asked you to do some DIYs on some cards. You know,
you were so patient with me, by the way.
Hey, look at, you know what?
That's a first.
Yeah, that is a first.
He's never patient.
Get out of here. Me and Chris Savage were like going up and you know, and talking to MUMBOT, but man, you at a popular table, rightfully so. You are dope and very likable, and you can tell because all the artists were definitely coming to visit you. So that was pretty neat to see.
Thank you. That
Good.
means a
And we
lot.
always hear good things. Red speaks highly of you. You know, every person that we've ever talked to, and you've come up, you always get very high remarks and praise. In fact, a lot of the artists that we've kind of gotten to know over this past year of doing DT4 are excited about this episode. You know, you can just hear it in their voice when we're like, "Oh, we got MUMBOT on." They're like, "Dope, let's go!" You know, so.
Yay. That's awesome. I mean, I have a lot of alignment with a lot of like someone like Red specifically, you know, but other artists who just really understand that, like, you know, we have to be able to just support each other.
Mhm.
There is no other way forward. That's the path. Like, and there's, you know, of course, there's going to be people who have different methods and they have their way of doing things. And I just process that like, okay, well, that's not how I'm gonna do things, because, you know, that's this. There's a lot of like, you know, I think there's old school mentalities of how like to get ahead, or like we're like fighting for the same thing, you know, like there's things like that, and I think that that's not real. I just don't think that stuff's real. I refuse to buy into that. I think that
And there's room for everybody. Like,
I think there is room for everybody. And I think that the misconception is that like people forget like how unique each person is. Completely unique. Even if someone tried to do what I do, yes, I might make a joke like, "Ah, that's funny. That's my idea." But like I don't mean it maliciously. It's like, but you're going to do it differently than how I do it. You know what I mean? And I think we all have to kind of remember that kind of stuff. We have to think like, well, what do you bring to the table next? Because they can't think what you're thinking.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah, and I say it all the time. Rising tides raise all ships, and I really truly believe that. It's very true. You get a lot of people that want to flow against that tide, and they just never get anywhere because it's too difficult to swim. You know what I mean? Like
Totally
that direction. So
and thinking about all the artists who have like paved the way for each other is huge. You know what I mean? And like sometimes we get caught up on thinking about like, well, you know, like I know that there was like a pattern of like the same artists always being featured. I mean, I get that. Sometimes that can be frustrating, and I've been there on the other side of that too, where I'm like, okay, I've seen these five be featured already. Like we've seen their take. We don't need to see another take on that figure. I won't name names, but but like,
go ahead. It's just us. It's just us here.
well, but like at the end of the day, am I gonna try to say like they're not dope? They're dope. That's why they keep, and they have a lot of fans. They know they know that toy's gonna sell because that artist is dope, and they, you know, that's that situation. However, that doesn't mean you can't still, you know, try to work it and get in there or do your own thing and just, and look, that's what I had to do. Like a lot of us had to look at Red. That's what he had to do. He had to make his own trading card series. Like if you can do it on your own, then you do, and then you forge ahead, and then eventually, you know, maybe you get to get featured on that platform, or maybe not.
And that's kind of what we're trying to do. We do that quite a bit. Is when the new series comes out, we got a whole group of new artists. We try to bring them onto our shows and do our whatnot streams and get them in the chat so they meet more people, then get their art in front of more people that would never see their art if they didn't, you know, get featured or bring them onto the show or whatever. So we're trying to do that, you know, constantly with all the new artists.
And I think it's really cool.
That.
I think it's really cool that Red, you know, for Series 3, a lot of people were kind of upset that he didn't bring a lot of the artists back from Series 1 and 2. And so I think and that was a hard decision, I'm sure, for him to make, but to be able to bring all these new artists in, but then also do like the Dream Team collabs and stuff to kind of get a taste of the old artists, but then also bring in new faces. Because you don't know these artists until you get them on a card or you know, see them. And so, yeah, it is really cool to get a lot of new exposure. And he did ask a question earlier that was really good. Rock, can you put Red's question up that he asked her earlier?
Not the MUMBOT's about the Cat Williams, the toy scene. Not that one. There you go.
Okay.
I just didn't think she wanted to answer it. I had it up there for a bit, so
I think she and Ditto were talking, so I didn't. Yeah.
You know, I have made a couple pieces that were difficult to make emotionally. Yeah, um I love that question because I think when there were times where my art was my safe space, and then also there were times where it was a cathartic thing for me. But then when I got older and I think I was in a safer like actual environment, I think I realized, oh man, I don't want all of my art to be connected to some of the like lower vibration energy sucking stuff that I was just like, I want to find ways to move forward, and like, and that's so my art did shift a bit. And also becoming a parent, when I became a parent, I started to be more mindful of like, well, what are other people going to consume from me? I don't I what I put out into the world, I don't want it to be recycling like something that has, you know, these just these things that I was dealing with. That sometimes I'm not judging anyone else. Like, you can sometimes you need to be selfish with your art. That's okay. But I think that like in the phase of like when I started to become a mom, I started to realize, okay, I don't want to be so selfish with my art. Like, it really started to change and be the opposite of that. So but I still have my collections. Again, as time has passed, I have collections where I want, it's about me. It's about me. It's about what I want to make here. It's not for, I'm not trying to necessarily just make people happy, but yes, I also have stuff that I like the purpose of it is I want it to bring joy.
Yeah.
I think that shows a lot of like growth and maturity. Like, I mean, it's obviously art is a great way to like express yourself and get out emotions if you can't actually speak it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
with having a kid, I can see how that changes.
Yeah.
Kids will definitely change you, and it'll change your whole schedule, your thinking pattern, everything.
Yeah.
So we also like to learn a little bit about the fun side, a little bit behind just the artist. So we do ask some goofier questions from time to time.
So here we go.
Scaring you,
and it's begun.
Scaring you, yes, it's happening. But first, before I get into some of those, let's just ask you a couple of like tamer questions. So one would be, when you're doing your creative process, when you're painting or you're doing digital art or you're doing a DIY or whatever, do you listen to music? Do you have TV on in the background? Do you have a process? Is there a type of what's on that playlist for MUMBOT? That's what we always like to learn.
That's tough because I'm into so much stuff.
Yeah. I will say all your reels that you post on Instagram, the music that you post with the reels, I love all of that.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm a big music nerd for sure. I listen to so much. I mean, I do like to listen to like 80s music, but I'm into, hip hop. I'm into like, I'm probably into like almost every genre you could think of.
We've heard that a couple times from different artists. Like it's the widest spectrum of, 70s, 80s, all the way to grunge or whatever. Like it's
all the way to yacht rock.
Yeah.
Is that Jay Martin,
right? Listens to yacht rock. Yeah.
I don't know if I listen to yacht rock. That one might not be on my list. But...
I'm still trying to figure out what it is.
That's definitely.
I don't know. It's a guilty pleasure. Don't give it up just yet. You might want to listen to yacht rock.
Send me some hits and I'll check it out.
We'll have to send her Ando's his group. His song.
My God. I can't even remember the name of that band. I have to look that up. That's hilarious.
I'm genuinely curious now. Like, I can't even imagine like what is yacht rock.
I know I looked it up, but it was just giving me all kinds of just randomness.
We'll send you the Spotify playlist of yacht rock.
There's like a lot of Toto and stuff like that on there.
Toto is amazing.
See, so you like yacht rock?
Yeah,
wait. But like Toto, read the Wikipedia about Toto, because that
right now you want me to? No, okay.
No, not right now, but you're gonna be blown away by like everything they were involved in.
All right.
And the like somebody in that band is like related or part of a family who's also like amazing. Like you got to read it. It's crazy. I went into a rabbit hole. I went into a total rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'll probably have to jump down.
We're gonna have to go find the VH1 behind the music on Toto now.
You have to.
You're gonna says she only listens to Icelandic hip hop, rock pop.
Icelandic hip hop, rock pop.
I do like some Icelandic groups. I like Bjork and I like Sigur Rós. I like, who else is from Iceland? There's some other people from Iceland. There's some newer people.
Oh, there it is. White Trash Blues Revival. That's what Ando's
That's it. The White Trash Blues Revival. Yes.
That's a group?
So Ando is Series 3 creative artist, and he is apparently in a band, and that's the name of it. We learned that whenever he came on to join us.
Red, I thought you actually knew that, but he's like, bro, how did I know that? I don't know.
It's
great.
Like we dig out all the dirt. We get all the good stuff.
Yeah.
So now you're going to be asked culinary questions. I'm just going to give you a heads up because they're
not yet. I mean, I was going to go to the culinary. So we have a few community members who are foodies, and they always love to kind of. I'm kind of preemptive striking those questions. They're all.
Ditto's a takeout foodie. He's a takeout.
I am. Oh, for sure. So are you, Rock? Get out of here.
100%. 100%.
All right. So being a New Yorker, or at least
New Yorkin,
you can call yourself. Yeah, Rock calls them New Yorkers. You can call yourself officially, I think, a New Yorker now. You probably lived there long enough, right?
Over 20 years. Yeah.
So there you go. You are a full-fledged New Yorker by all of it now.
Oh wait, so she's been there. Let's get this one out. Let's finalize this. So, do you ever hear anybody get called a New Yorkin?
Never.
No.
100%.
Rock, that's just a you thing. That's not a normal thing.
I've heard New Yorker. I've never heard
New Yorkers. They're not New Yorkins.
I've heard New Yorker.
You, buddy.
I think Rock's trying to start a new movement.
Yes, he really is.
I'm trying to.
Red wants
How
to
many
bacon, egg, and cheese.
Do you eat a week?
So that's my husband's thing. I'm a vegan, actually. He's bacon, egg, and cheeses on a sesame seed bagel all day.
Wow.
Yeah, Red got me hooked on that.
Some of these food questions aren't going to apply to you now, MUMBOT, but we'll ask them anyway. Vegan hot dogs. Do you eat a vegan hot dog ever?
I do, yeah.
Does ketchup belong on a hot dog? Yes or no? What's your viewpoint on that?
I say yes, but along with other toppings too. I throw in some other stuff.
I feel like since MUMBOT says yes,
the yes is all we needed.
The question is hot sauce on there?
It does. All the other stuff is gravy. Like if you ketchup that's the main thing.
Ditto is very anti-ketchup.
I'm not anti-ketchup. I'm from Chicago, and Chicagoans have a certain style of hot dog that doesn't involve ketchup. It doesn't belong on a hot dog.
What about mustard? Do you do mustard?
Hell yes. Yeah, that's
okay. I love mustard, and like no one else in my family loves mustard.
Can't do mustard.
Mustard's great.
Yeah, I like
every region has its own thing. I've been given a lot of crap, and I give a lot of crap, to be fair, about it. So now it's become kind of a thing in amongst our DT4 crew and our friends and followers. So we just have to kind of ask that of every guest.
But we've also learned from another creative.
Oh no!
That there's human parts in hot dogs.
So, MUMBOT, are you familiar with the artist Natatat?
Yeah.
Okay, so because you mentioned about you like Halloween, vibes. So we interviewed her, and she said hot dogs are made of 13% human or something crazy like that.
Yeah. Wait, what? Have you ever had a Chicago style pizza, MUMBOT?
I might have, yeah. Okay,
because Red's asking is Chicago pizza better than New York, and of course, a New Yorker is going to say New York. I mean, we know that already.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did prefer the New York pizza better, but I also I don't like thicker crusts.
Okay.
Which is funny because when I was a kid, I loved thicker crust. Yeah. But now
now I'm hungry. Can we cut this short?
Wait, I want to say a secret thing.
Oh.
Okay, so if you have a good bruschetta recipe, like a fresh bruschetta recipe, I know this is gonna sound weird, but throw that on a hot dog.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Actually, I love tomato.
Yeah. Delicious.
Like the balsamic, isn't balsamic?
No. It's like
Tomato, cheese,
basil, onions. Yeah, it's yummy.
That sounds delicious, actually.
It's yummy.
We're in Texas, so
I'm
we
thinking
just
caprese. I'm
think
thinking
of
a
Olive
caprese
Garden and
salad.
stuff. I
It
know
has
what
to
you
be
mean.
a good bruschetta. It can't be
Yeah.
like some, subpar or mid level.
Sketch's wife does that.
I'm down. That sounds
Okay.
good.
What is your
Nice.
favorite? I mean, you said you're a vegan, so what is your favorite type of food, or if you were going to go, out, like what's the type of food that you would like? Oh, this is my jam. We got to get this at least once a month.
Okay. That's tough because I have like some really weird likes. I love ramen
Okay,
a lot.
we all love
that
ramen.
today.
Ramen's
that
amazing.
Nice. I also have like a crazy obsession for Jamaican patties and the Golden Crust. They used to make these veggie patties. Now they came out with a vegan patty that has like Beyond Meat in it, and it's
Part human.
It's not
meat. It's part.
Not meat. It's so yummy.
2% human in that case. That'd be.
I want to be sponsored by Golden Crust. I'm just saying that.
There you go.
There you go. Let's get that out.
Well, we get like 8 viewers, so they might see it.
How's
They
your
would have
spice palette?
they would
If
have
you
the dopest packaging in the world if they were sponsored by MUMBOT.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Hey, I'll do it for free if I get some free patties.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
you manifest it, Mumbat. It'll happen. Well, how's your spice palette? Is it? Can you take spicy?
Yeah, I mean, I lived in Thailand for 3 years, so
If you're on like Hot
I love
Ones, you've
spicy.
seen the show Hot Ones where they eat the hot
Yes.
wings of the celebrities.
I
You
love
could
it.
probably make it to the end without any issues.
I would probably be crying, but I would do it.
Because I would probably make it to the second one and I'd be killed.
I wouldn't even show up. I wouldn't even go.
Unfortunately, I used to love spice. My body doesn't like it anymore. My stomach's like, nope, sorry, not going to do it anymore. Yeah.
I want to say I have a pretty high tolerance for pain. So
Yeah. Well, I have a high pain tolerance and threshold for sure, but it doesn't love me anymore. Let's just say that.
you know what it is? It's hard to like. It's something that you find. That's where your enjoyment, that's like a pleasure place. And then you're like torturing it. It's so
Yeah,
sad.
I know.
So sad.
I know. What about like movies and TV? Are you are you watching? Do you watch any of that? Like, is there a stream?
I just run stuff while I'm working all the time, actually, because I was doing a bunch of After Effects work and it was getting very you know how it gets. You just get tired of staring at it. So I had something on in the background and I was literally everything and anything space related that I could watch because I was getting hyped up for the space launch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about what's one or two of the most recent things you've streamed? You've binge watched?
I binged a show. It's not my favorite. I just watched that Sean Penn show, The First.
Okay.
On Hulu, and it's all right. It's
The First.
it's all right. It's it's good. It's not bad. The acting is good. It's just that the show is essentially just mostly about the relationship, I feel, of the father and daughter. So, but let me think of something good though.
Maybe we can get sponsored by Netflix.
That would be great.
Manifest it.
Yes.
Hey.
E4 brought to you by Netflix.
There you go.
You know what I liked on Apple TV? I saw Silo. Did you see that?
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard about it though.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't have Apple TV, but
I don't
feel like I've heard of that though. That sounds familiar.
It's that lady from Greatest Showman.
Okay.
I love that movie.
I know. My son's in that movie.
What?
My son's in that movie. He's a background. He did background acting in it, and
that's amazing.
Yeah, he's actually in a bunch of scenes, and we got to be on the set a lot because they kept calling him back, and and
that's crazy.
He's in the art book, so there's a full two-page spread with Hugh Jackman, and he's doing this, and it's he's surrounded by everybody from the cast, and then there's a little boy holding peanuts with a green vest and a newsy cap. That's my son.
That's amazing.
It's awesome.
It's crazy.
So does he do a lot of acting?
He did. He's chilled out on it. He's really into editing. He plays drums. He's really creative, but at the time he was really into acting, and he was in Jessica Jones. He was in Wonderstruck. He was in The Goldfinch. He's actually in it a bunch. Like this one scene, he's in it like five shots. He's in it.
Wow.
Nice.
But
That's crazy.
But yeah, the Jessica Jones one, he got a featured role where she like grabs him. She's going to look for this kid named Vito at the bus station. Yeah. So she like grabs him and he looks at her like, what the heck? Why are you grabbing me?
Yeah.
What
I
the?
love Jessica
now
Jones.
I
I
wanna
love
watch it again.
that.
That's
Yeah, I
crazy.
love that show.
I'm in
Right.
that too. I'm in that Jessica Jones season 2 also.
You're in it?
I'm also in it. I'm
All right,
in the
cool.
background in
What?
Drawing. She's in the background just drawing.
Painting an ghostess on the wall or what?
It was like the most miserable experience because I didn't know they were calling me in to do like a club scene. Just never do club scenes because
Yeah.
you're basically dancing for hours and then
Ditto
they-
did a stripper. He did a stripper scene, and he told me it was bad.
who
Yeah.
did a stripper scene?
They actually yelled cut 17 times, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna keep going.
Whatever.
Did you really?
No.
Oh, I was
They
like,
always give each other shit. It's
just
just
kidding.
the way that
I'm
works.
sure. No, but they basically, the song "I Want Your Cray Cray." I don't know if I'll never get it out of my head because
That's what you had to dance to?
we had to listen to that for like.
no.
Wow.
So
Well, all right. Yeah, next DT4, we're just going to watch Jessica Jones.
Oh no!
We're down? Cool.
Tammy,
DT4,
we
watch
asked
party.
this a lot too. Tammy asked, "What are your 3 favorite colors?" But before you answer that, I'm going to put B on the spot. B, I'm going to ask you, what 3 colors are MUMBOT's favorites?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with pink and black and
Purple?
I'm gonna say green. I don't know.
If I had to guess, I'd say pink, black, and red.
I feel like purple.
None
was
of them.
Somewhere, no?
I was
Well,
wrong.
you were close. Yeah, pink is definitely on the list.
Okay.
Black is definitely on the list.
Okay.
Green is close, but no, it's.
Okay.
Should I just tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's blue. I actually like that, like that like classic blue. Like I don't even know. True blue.
True blue?
True blue.
Like let's see. I'm trying to see what's in Rock's background. Not the Chris RW.
Like this, like my little, like this guy?
Like your lighting almost, like that blue. Like,
Yeah.
I just love that. Like in Japan, some of the signs, it's like the street signs are like this classic blue. Or
Yeah.
Sketch said Smurf blue is what he said.
yeah, it's kind of like a primary blue. I just love that shade of blue.
Red Guardian also said, fun fact, MUMBOT tried out for the role of Cage in Harlem and almost got the role.
Would have been
Hey.
such
Tell
a-
anybody. You're not supposed to
cool
tell
show.
anybody.
It's a secret.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
well, let me tell you, next time we go back to New York, I really need to go to the digital studio because
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
we were supposed to do the creatives event there, but then all the chaos was
So
going
sad.
on and it got canceled. But that looks like such a cool studio.
What's up, bro?
Oh, are you talking about at Zero Space? Or
Is that what? Yes, I think. Is that?
are you talking about or are you talking about the thing that we did like a month ago or something with the full
No, this
immersive-
was back with NYCC. This is our daughter Maya.
Hi.
This is MUMBOT. She's the one that makes a ghostess and she makes the creatives cards. I know, right?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice. Yeah, I think it was Zero Space.
Yeah. Zero
Yeah.
Space.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the Zero Space. I'm good friends with one of the founders of Zero Space, Joshua Davis. He was also actually like my instructor back when when I went to school for animation. So he was he was. It's crazy because the weird connection there is that I actually was a fan since I was like 14 years old of that dude. And used to make these cool interactive code animated on his website. Like you could go on his website and he'd always have some cool thing featured that he made. And back when, like, when everything was Flash animation, I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
He was like doing super innovative stuff, and he went on to do like concert visuals and other cool things from there. But yeah, anyways, it was random because I didn't know he was going to be my teacher, and he ended up just showing up. It was TBA. It was like to be announced, and he became my teacher.
No, that's cool.
Fast forward, like it turns out that we were riding the same train. We were like both taking the same train, so we became friends. And so I stayed in touch with him, and then he, as well as like several other people involved in the digital art realm, like they all, and in production, they all started Zero Space.
Okay. For some reason, I was under the impression that like you were part of that, but
I'm not part of it, but I'm friends with all those people.
Gotcha.
Like I'm friends with all of them, and I could tell you that like they have already invited me to do some more stuff there. I just I have to make, it's a bit of a project, so I want to make sure if I do go out there that I'm going to make something cool and do something worth. It's such a sick space. It's like when
so cool.
I've gone there a couple times just to hang out and do some work, and I always feel like I'm not utilizing the space enough.
There's a video on your Instagram where you're walking into a room and then you have all those lights around you. Is that Zero Space or no?
Where I'm walking into a room and there's lights around me? No, you know where that is? That's the one where it's like making weird beeping sounds.
Yeah.
That's actually at Omega Mart.
Basement. That's Red's basement.
No, it's in Vegas.
Oh, it's in Vegas.
Yeah,
It's my backyard.
Yeah, it's what's so funny is I used to live in Vegas, and I brought a friend out there to come with me to that, and she's from Vegas, and she had never been to the Omega Mart. You know Meow Wolf?
Yes, I want to go to that.
Yeah, so they created that.
Oh, that's
Rock. Have you been
cool.
there? Rock lives in Vegas.
Never been there.
You have to go.
I've never been there.
That's cool.
You should totally go.
Well, now we have something. Now we have something extra to do when we go out there in November for.
Yeah, because you're gonna come out for DesignerCon, right? In November this year, DesignerCon's in Vegas. So
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go there with MUMBOT then. Making that happen.
Yes.
You have a lot of. In fact, Rock, if you want to pull up the screen share, I've got the IG page for MUMBOT open right now.
I don't see it. You're not sharing it.
I'm not?
No.
Well, hold on. Let me try to fix that. I am on my new laptop, so this might be something that I'm not doing successfully. So it might have to be you tonight, E. You might have to take the reins here, buddy.
Well, while they're figuring that out, can I ask her a question? Yeah. What is your favorite, like, I know you do a lot of different types of art. Do you have a favorite, like, what is the word I'm looking for?
Medium?
Medium, yes. Thank you.
Do I have a favorite medium? I mean, I'll say, can I say a top 3?
Sure.
Like, I probably would go back to drawing just with a pencil and paper because that's the OG classic, thing. And then I like working in 3D. So I'd say like, just like painting my toys or sculpting.
Yes, there we go.
That's like, that's sometimes competing for number 1. But I had to pick graphite first because I just feel like if there's nothing, I can still just do that. And you can always concept. You can do conceptual. You can plan for toys and stuff too in that stage.
So that would probably be if you were stranded on a desert island, that would probably be what your comfort item would be, a pad and paper and a pencil, right? Like, because you could just keep yourself busy every day doing stuff,
Yeah. Even if it's a pen, like whatever, literally anything I can just get some concepts out on draw. But what else? Number 3 probably would have to be. Maybe I'll just keep it with the 2 because number 3 is just everything is tied. Because I switch between painting or animating like digitally, and now I'm getting into some other weird stuff. So
Yeah.
The third one, I guess, is just like always going to shift.
All the mix of all of the above. So the other 2 are like your main ones from when you were a child. It sounds like, you know, that just kind of carried you through the whole way, which is pretty cool. Do you still have that initial sculpture that you talked about at the beginning?
I wish I had it. I wish I even just had a photograph of it. I mean, I have it in my memory, but I wish I did.
Rob asks, "Are you going to CollectedCon this year in Chicago?"
I think so.
Cool.
Let's make that. I think so. Yes. Let's make that happen.
I'm telling most people yes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
We are actually going to have our own DT4 presence booth or table there.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So we'll have to have you swing by and hang out with us for a bit.
Oh, I would love to. Yes.
Yeah, we got the official news, right, Ditto? That we are official.
2 days ago, we are.
And Ditto will fly you out, so you won't have any expenses.
Sure, why not? Yeah, why not, MUMBOT?
Hey, she has a rocket ship. She doesn't need us.
Yeah, that's true. She's gonna just fly SpaceX all the way over to Chicago.
Yeah.
You got some really cool things that have been happening to you recently, but also just in general over the past several years. But let's talk about a few of these real quick. BT's did at the onset when she introduced you. Talk about Ghost Roast and how did that come about? And
oh my gosh.
Please tell me there's more coming because I missed it.
Yes, I'm actually thank you for bringing that up. So Ghost Roast, it's such a cool collab. Honestly, like the co-owner of Denim Coffee, he's been a part of the community. Like he was, you know, a collector also and just in general, like a good dude. And Denim Coffee itself is also like just a super yummy coffee. And when I first met Tony, the co-owner, we call him Hodl, like his online name. Hodl be thy name. He he brought me like a bunch of coffee. He came to a signing I did at New York Comic Con, like not last year, but the year before. And I tried it and then he like, you know, kind of mentioned like maybe a couple months later, hey, if you want to make a coffee, I was thinking of doing like some artist runs. And at the time I was thinking about it. I was like kind of crazy busy, but then I was like, definitely I'm interested, but like, you know, let me like, you know, think about that, like how to do it. And then because I basically mentioned to him, I've always wanted to have a coffee, but I once pitched Ghost Roast to Stumptown. Like this was a long time ago, years ago. And no answer, you know, you got to shoot your shot.
Yeah,
so,
always.
So like he loved that idea, but at the time he was doing like, he had just tried around, you know, because I was taking so long to get back to him. He came out with another coffee, I think, that had like a label that was for an artist named Gabe Weiss, who's a friend of mine. And I think I had mentioned like, well, you know, I envisioned it like with like really cool artist packaging, you know, and if we're gonna do it, like I want to do it like up good, you know. And he also liked that idea, but he, you know, explained to me the big difference in cost to make that happen. And then I came out with the podcast, and my podcast is literally called Ghost Coffee with MUMBOT. So within like the first day, I had a lot of people reaching out to me to ask if they could sponsor. And like, you know, a couple people who wanted to sponsor, like one guy, super nice, but he was like, I'm going to have a coffee at some point. And I was like, come back to me.
Yeah.
You have a coffee. Like, I don't want to take your money, like when you don't even have that yet, you know what I mean? But thank you for the interest and stuff. And then actually Denim Coffee, Hodl, came back to me. He was like, you know what? Like, how about we do the full thing? We do it exactly how you were envisioning it. And then also that could be part of us being a sponsor of the podcast. And I was like,
Yeah, done.
Done deal.
Perfect.
Well, the packaging, unfortunately, I can't pull up the IG today because I have a brand new laptop and it didn't adjust the settings to allow screen share. And if I do that, it's going to kick me off. So,
Yeah.
Rock, we're going to be no screen share today.
It's fine.
If you go on IG, your IG page is just MUMBOT, correct? At MUMBOT.
Yeah, I have one. Should I go run and grab it?
If you have one handy, yeah.
It's
Can
like
you brew
in
us
the
some? Can
room.
you brew us?
Can you?
Let me run and
I
grab
have my phone, but
Alright,
yeah, it'd be cooler if you can show us.
You guys chat while I run and grab it.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
So yeah, official
Now
news.
that MUMBOT's
Get the second
gone.
chair.
Now that MUMBOT's gone.
I'm honored to know that I used to have the same chair that Mumbai has.
Official breaking news as of I think Monday or Sunday, we are 100% in for CollectedCon. So
Hey, I'm excited, man.
And it'd be really cool to get some of the artists over to our table to be able to like sign cards for
There
people
it
and stuff.
is.
Yeah,
oh man, look at that!
I love that.
Oh, cool.
I'm kind of mad he
Oh,
didn't get
I
me
didn't
some
even
for
see the
Christmas.
bag.
So what we'll do, MUMBOT, what we'll do is all three of us will send you our addresses, and we'll test it out, and then we'll see if we'll allow you to sponsor DT4.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
all right.
We'll do a blind taste test.
But that is a must. I am so excited that you did that. Like, coffee is the jam.
Yeah.
And the way you did the packaging and then signed the bags and all that.
Yes.
It's really
Yep.
amazing.
I drove. It was an 8-hour round trip drive to get to the coffee shop to sign them, but I felt like it was super important. I thought it was important because I wanted to feel the space. I wanted to have the coffee fresh. I wanted to and then I wanted that to come across to everyone else. Like, I feel like that's the only way you can properly share it.
Yeah.
Well, when it's back available again, we will definitely get our hands on some.
So that's the good news. The good news is that we are coming out with an open edition version. It'll be a lower price point. Those won't be signed, but if you bring it, I can still sign the bag if you come to CollectedCon, for example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come to our booth at CollectedCon.
Well,
MUMBOT will be there,
We'll go find
signing
you.
coffee bags. Yes, it's a
Mumbai
done
will be-
deal.
Mumbai's gonna be very
definitely
busy.
get our hands on a couple though, and we'll maybe do some giveaways or something for the people to get some.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
That's really cool. Man.
And anything else, MUMBOT, that we tell this to all our guests, that if you any other time you want to promote anything that you have coming up, please let us know, and we'll shout it out on DT4 plus all our other social media and stuff like that. So once you're a guest on here, you're a guest on all our shows. So anything new you have coming out, you got a toy, you got a show you're doing, anything like that, let us know.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I also see MUMBOT World and Hot Topic collab. So talk to us about that. That's a pretty big deal.
It's a big deal. They found me at DesignerCon, and that was a huge opportunity. Unfortunately, when it first really went through, everything was finally through, it was peak pandemic when no one was going to the mall. It was just sadly it's like a dream to actually have your pieces in store physically. But I don't, at the end of the day, there's always going to be some sort of hurdles or something you're going to have to deal with, and that was mine. It was still an accomplishment that happened, and even though it took longer for them to basically go, they did. They basically sold out of all the in-store stock, but then they kept me on. They actually asked if they could add a custom page for me on the website.
Wow.
So that's how I did that. And I liked the idea too at the time for me to just have something that was a little bit more accessible for people. I feel like they have good price points. And I think, some of the stuff I'm offering isn't always an easy price point, because let's face it, I'm choosing to hand paint and laboriously do certain things that are one-offs or very small runs of 2 or 3. So I was like, how can I make more stuff that people can actually get? And then that was one of the ways, so, and I'm working on other ways as well to make that happen.
Do they have the little tiny Agostus? The one that you had that's going to
They do?
space? Do they have
Not
the
yet.
little one?
Not
Okay.
yet.
Because I was like, how do I
Listen,
get
I-
one of
I
those?
didn't
I
see
need
that.
one of those little ones.
Yeah,
Those-
me too.
Like the big one.
I'm gonna open my shop really soon.
Okay.
My online shop, and then I know there will also be some people picking it up around.
Cool.
We
Yeah.
also need like a life size version of Agostus. That'd be
I
amazing.
know,
That'd
right?
be cool.
Like a big
bean
bean
bag.
bag?
Yes.
Yes.
That's on the list of bucket list items that
Cool.
So do you have do you have a video game? I know you do a lot of animation. Is it a game that you can walk around like your world in?
yeah in Unreal Engine. So I've been working on that with my very good friend Cyrus James Kahn. He unfortunately had to deal with a lot of life stuff last year, 2023. So we were going to release the beta version, I would say around March, and that was just like not in the cards. So we worked really hard on that for the past couple of years. It's actually not, considering it's just 2 people, I'm really proud of it. But it's a work in progress. So like right now, we can't release it until there's a few things left to kind of finish before we could do that beta release. And it's more like just trying to get back into like a flow with him, and we're doing that for fun, right? So it's a labor of love, and I don't want to force anything, because then it won't feel as magical.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally understand that.
Nice.
Yeah. But I got I have like some really there's some stuff I'm really excited about that I was able to confirm to incorporate into the game. So, and then like I also had a completely unrelated, I had another project that I was hoping to kick off this year. It was just an idea at first, but now maybe possibly a side scroller. But we'll see.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. As time comes, passion projects, you got to take your time on those. So you don't want to rush that. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, we've been going over an hour, and I don't want to, I know Mumbot's Mumbot, right? Like she's got everything going on.
To do.
Yeah, she has a few things going on in her life, it sounds like. Let's kind of wind it down in what I know you already topped it off with space. I don't think we can get anything bigger than that. But anything new that we need to know about, all the people here in the chat need to know about that you're going to drop? Like, what's your next toy drop, for instance? What are you going to?
Well, so the next, I'm actually focused on not my next toy drop, but I will have some surprises in my store, in my shop when that opens. And then I have a solo show at Secret Fresh in the Philippines. That's literally like a little over a month away. So that's really soon.
Nice.
And then and you mentioned early on that there were a couple toys at Strange Cat. Mm-hmm. That's true. And that was they got taken on a round all around by the UPS. So then they ended up just getting finally back.
Yeah.
Yes. They were for the clear with stuff inside show.
Yes.
For these little guys.
So they are one-offs then.
They're one-offs, and there's like a series. There was only 3, but they were all slightly different colored. One's already gone, so there's two left.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, because when I saw them, I was like, surely those aren't still available if they're one-offs. Like, how are these things not going? Like this one, like the use of colors on this thing, y'all. Like, I can't even. I mean, you can see it in the camera a little bit, but holy smokes! And the black light on it.
You should have saw our face when we saw that at where was it? Was it Stormyville?
It was Stormyville. Yeah.
And she's like, "Is that still available?" Like she lost her mind.
so
they forgot to post it. They didn't share. I actually I reminded them like the final day. I was like, "Hey, can you guys share this?"
Yeah, we were over there. We're about to go talk to Chris RWK, I believe, right?
Yeah,
and then we saw this in the window.
Yeah.
Like, is that a MUMBOT? It's rainbow. I love rainbow. It's like black and rainbow are my favorite colors, and so I was like, it's rainbow. So yeah, if you guys want a MUMBOT one-off, go to Strange Cat.
So every color's B's favorite. Every color.
Yeah.
Rainbow's my favorite color.
Thank you for giving it such a good home. Seriously, it means a lot.
We love it.
I was fortunate enough while we're flexing to pick up this bad boy at 5 points.
Yeah.
From Strange.
I'm trying to get Ditto to buy me one of the Agostuses at Rotofugi because
yeah,
your ones, the ones that
you have a few pieces there at Rotofugi in Chicago, and
those are the only ones of that size.
Well, trust me, I mean, they're for rightfully so. They're a little bit higher price point, but rightfully so. And I have eyed the one the last couple times I've gone in there, and don't be surprised if it winds up on my shelf here soon.
And Ditto says that every time he does his walk around at Rotofugi, he's like, "I've been eyeing this piece." Like,
I have.
Yeah,
It's like
he'll end up
third or fourth time is going to be the
when tax refund season hits, we know where Ditto's tax refunds
I'll
go.
be at Rotofugi. Do you have any plans on just because it's near and dear to my heart and in my backyard? Are you going to be at Rotofugi at all in 24? Do you know?
Well, I think he was all booked up for 2024, but I did mention I actually have to double check with him when I can. But yeah, it's like I love Rotofugi.
Yeah,
I will always want to come back to Rotofugi. So
yeah. Well, if you ever do, please let me know, because I will definitely pop over to that gallery show and come say hi and support in any way I can.
Thank you.
And again, if you ever want to, announce stuff, or if you want to come on for 2 minutes and just announce it, or just tell us, and we can, we'd be glad to do that for you too.
We all have Whatnot streams too. All of us, each individually have our own Whatnot channels. So if you ever want to do anything with us, we're always down.
It's a great way to get your art in front of people that love creatives. They love the art. They love all of the community. It's a great family thing that we got going on. So,
are you familiar with Whatnot?
Yeah, a little tiny bit, but
Yeah.
but I would be interested in checking it out for sure. And then I have like so much love for the creatives community. Honestly,
Yeah.
if that's something where people are engaging, I mean, I'd definitely be down.
That's exactly what it is. The creatives community is in the chat. We get artists in there. Like, a lot of the artists come in there and just hang out and chat with everybody, and it's a lot of fun. So we'll have to get you hooked up.
A few of the artists are even streaming themselves on there now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
cool. It's a cool little platform. We've got a nice little crew and community, and they are all the sweet spot of creatives. So
amazing.
Definitely check it out.
Oh, cool.
So what final words do you have for the creative community, the Whatnot community, the DT4 community, the MUMBOT followers out there in the world? What do you want to tell them just in general for 24? Anything else? Last words here.
Yeah, just first of all, thank you so much for your support, and thank you for tuning in if you were listening. And I appreciate you guys giving this platform for artists. It's like huge, you know what I mean? It's like, I can't thank you enough for doing this and for helping uplift each other. And then, I hope to do the same thing. That's what I'm trying to do also in 2024. So
Nice.
Well, I know, Ian B., have you ever had the pleasure of meeting MUMBOT yet in person?
not yet. No.
Well,
Hopefully, Collected Con.
That'll happen this year. I know Rock got to meet you last year. I got to meet you last year. All of us will get to see you again this year, so we're excited. Hopefully at a couple different venues. I'm iffy on 5 points, but I might be there.
okay.
But we definitely have a presence at Collected Con, and it's in my backyard. These guys will all be coming out, as will a bunch of other people that are kind of in that creatives community that we just talked about.
And Designer Con this year.
And Designer Con in Vegas will all be going there as well. So you're gonna get overload of DT4 crew.
You're gonna be like, leave me alone, you sucker.
Yeah. All right, guys. Leave.
No way. I can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah,
All right.
I
MUMBOT,
do
thank
need
you.
to
Thank
do
you.
one. I need to say one little thing. I
Okay.
need you to hit up your friend, Jason.
Oh, man.
I need you to hit up your friend, Jason Naylor.
Ah.
And I need you to convince him that he can do a DIY card. Because I hit him up. I asked him if he would do a DIY card. He's like, I don't really know if it's my thing. And I'm like, I totally get it. But it's really fun. You should try it. So
She's in love. It's her crush.
I think I could get him to do a DIY card.
He's another one of my favorites. I have like all his open heart, like, obviously rainbow, the positive vibes. It's like my jam. So
That's it. That's our collab right there. That's a print of our collab right there.
Yes. Yeah. See, so he's another one of my bucket list artists I'd love to meet in person. So eventually I'm going to meet both of you guys.
He's a sweetheart. He'll
Yeah.
do it. I think he'll do one. I don't want to speak for him, actually. I don't.
Yeah, no,
Hopefully he will.
I'm just giving him a hard time, but no, thank you. We really do appreciate you being here this evening and taking time out of your day to meet with us. So.
And spread the word. If you know any other artists that would like to be on the show or want to, promote themselves as well, give them all of our info, and we'll be glad to have them on as well.
All right, get ready.
For you guys.
I know a lot of artists.
Let's do it.
We'd love to. This is our jam, and it's an honor to get to chat with you guys. So.
Yay!
All right, guys. MUMBOT 2024. Be on the lookout. It's going to be huge for her. I can tell right now. She's already off in space. So
yeah.
We'll be watching it. We'll be watching it.
Yeah, I'll share the link to the launch. I'll share
Yes.
the link in my Instagram or on my link tree and all those things.
Yes, and make sure you guys go follow her on Instagram if you're not. I'm sure all three of you in here are following her. But yes, definitely get in there and follow her.
Rock's favorite joke.
So, Mamba, again, thank you very much. We will have you back on whenever you want. Just let us know.
Thank you.
All right.
Happy
Night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Happy-
All right. Space.
She's awesome.
Man, that's crazy.
She's so
cool.
dope.
So
In
be on the
space.
lookout. That will be a trivia question, 100%.
What's
Like
that?
Yeah.
first creative in space.
Oh yeah.
Which creative's toy was the first to make it up in space?
Mhm.
Or at
And I
least-
guarantee you, in our chat, there's at least one, because I've known some of these people in this community when in the Funko world. I guarantee you there's somebody with a pad of paper. Every DT4 is writing down trivia questions as we go.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
So,
Yeah.
Probably Gremlin.
so y'all don't forget to type. So, like, is it starting now that they do the hashtag MUMBOT thing for the giveaway?
So no, not in this chat. It's got to be in the comments section of the on-demand version. So as soon as this ends tonight, guys, great point, B. Thank you. As soon as this ends tonight, go back real quick on the on-demand version of this and like it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribing. Most of you probably are at this point. But if you're new and you're listening to this for the first time, subscribe. And then most importantly, make that comment, something positive, and then hashtag MUMBOT. And then what we'll do over the next couple of days is we'll collect all of those people that entered. And then you'll go to our DT4_live IG, and we'll go live on that channel. And we will do a wheel of names and give away 2 MUMBOT prize packages, which will be the Agostus plush along with a very dope sticker. And
Not mine though. Keep mine.
yeah, not yours. I got 2 that I'm gonna part with.
Yeah, you had to get one too.
But another great guest. Guys, you guys got to share the videos out and get more people in these shows, because where else are you going to get a one-on-one chat with MUMBOT like that?
Yeah.
You know?
And that you guys can ask like live questions and get to find out answers from these artists directly. And
yeah.
We got another
share
one in 2 weeks too, B, if you want to talk a little bit about the 24th.
Yes. So, is it the 24th or 20? Is it the 24th? Okay, just kidding. Yeah. So Jared Circus Bear, super dope artist that does a ton of really fine, intricate, little tiny piece sculptures. They're wild. And I kind of, like MUMBOT said, you have to shoot your shot. So I just kind of DM'd him and I said, hey, would you want to do this? And I really didn't think he would respond to me, and he
slid
did.
into the DMs.
Just like how I did for MUMBOT. I was like, I'm just gonna ask her. And then when she came back and actually read the thing, I was like, ooh. So yeah, same thing for Jared Circus Bear. He's an incredible artist, and the very first piece I ever saw of his was a Nintendo 64 like Mario Kart thing, and golly, y'all. So
and
I
it's
can't
all
wait to
really
talk to him.
small, intricate.
It's like Jurassic
Yeah,
Park.
he's gonna show you, and
it's just insane
But the money.
how
Yeah.
detailed and clean, you know.
yeah.
Imagine that being about the size of a dunny or something like that. And
That was a money. That was a So anyways, so that'll be a different, kind of cool. Like he's does primarily sculpture type work, and so be kind of something different and fun. And I can't wait to kind of learn about his creative process and
He's a
everything that
Mario.
goes into it.
That's crazy.
I think you guys are
That's
going
not Dunny. Yeah.
for those of you that don't know him, you're going to fall in love with him. B introduced me to him recently, and I was awestruck. And he's really, really incredibly talented. From what I could tell on the IG Live, seems pretty down to earth and cool. I think you guys are going to like him. It's going to be a little different twist from what we've done with some of the artists we've had on to date. And it's going to be, I think, an exciting interview. So definitely get in there on the 24th. I'm also working on the creators of Collected Con, bringing them on, maybe not for a full episode, but even for a few minutes, kind of ease and talk about what's going to be coming up in August, and what their plans are, because this is a brand new con, guys. I mean, we know, I'm not taking anything away from 5 Points, not taking anything away from DCon. Those are incredible venue, cons, and have had, sustainability for years. This is its first year, it's infancy. So it's going to be a new venue. We're going to find out things like, is this the permanent venue? Will it be in Chicago annually moving forward? Will it just be Midwest? Will it be all over the place? We're going to find out all kinds of different cool answers and bring those people on to talk about it.
It's going to be cool because Vegas is going to be the same way. So it's a new venue. It's a new show. We don't know who's going to show up. Like
Everyone.
2024 is going to be pretty big.
Everyone's showing up.
Everybody's going to show up. But you know what I mean? Like where we're going to do it at, like what if it's going to be, like there's a lot of stuff coming up.
The actual where the venue that's going to hold it is still kind of TBD, right?
Yeah. No, I think they know, but I don't think they've announced.
Well,
it.
no, but I mean to the rest of the general public.
Yeah, it's at the Sphere, right?
That would be great.
I wish.
There's
nothing to have it there though. There's no venue there. Yeah. It's just the ball.
Yeah.
So Grimley wants to know: does this con have a dress code? Asking for Rex. And yeah.
I'm ready.
So let's
yes, all guest songs.
Let's go around the room and tell everybody what we got coming up. Because there's a lot of cool stuff coming up.
Yeah. I mean, I'll start. It's going to be a little lengthier than normal just because this is our first show of the year and there's a lot that we have planned coming up. And there's a lot cumulatively, collectively, individually. So it's going to be a very cool first quarter of 24, and then really all year long it's going to stretch out. Me personally, I've got my Friday, regular Friday shows on Whatnot. I took that one hiatus over Christmas, but now I'm back, and I've got an all Disney themed show this Friday. So if you guys like Disney and Mickey, please check it out. I've got I'm very excited about this. Tentatively February 9th, but somewhere in the first couple of weeks in February, hopefully, I'm going to do the very first Judgmental Cow Resin Mini Artist Spotlight Show, which is going to include some insane people, including, I'm proud to say, all of the DT4 crew here. Literally every one of us, myself, are all going to do a cow. But then we have a lot of the creatives, artists that we know and love in the community that are participating in that. So I'm very excited about that show. And then I think, one of the things that I'm gearing up for personally and mentally and just kind of excited about, not that I want to rush the year, but that August and November, but especially August for the first time with us kind of having our own presence together and kind of getting that ready behind the scenes over the next several months is going to be a lot of fun for us, a lot of, collaborative efforts and a process that's going to really unfold. And I think you guys will be very impressed by what we put together.
And it's there. We're going to be putting some stuff out. So you guys are going to be liking what we're doing, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun putting it all together, I think.
And then my final thing is I have a new character that these guys know about that I'm going to be working very, very hard on. And I'm very excited about it because it is my own brainchild. So
it's a Grimley voodoo doll.
Yeah. Unbeknownst to the creatives, I have a voodoo doll for each of you now. It's but it's going to be fun, and I hope you guys will love it. I think so far the few people I've tested.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be really good. So
that's it for me. EB, what do you got?
EB, what you got?
Hey, same old stuff. Like Ditto says, big things coming in August. Obviously, we do our Saturday shows. We have a lot of really cool stuff coming in.
We've got Hirono's for sure this upcoming weekend. It's going to be a little bit of a weird weekend for us. Maya has her first official dance convention / she's doing her first solo competition this weekend.
Solo is crazy.
Oh.
So because of that, we will not be home, but we are still planning to stream. We'll just be streaming from our hotel. So that will be a little bit different of a scene for us this weekend, but we will be there still. But
yeah, I mean, Ditto's show. We got the cows each of us do.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a piece in Cardi's show coming up in February. And so I'm still waiting for my heart to arrive. But once it gets here, I will get working on that. And yeah, I've had a couple people ask me if my commissions are open currently. And my answer is that I don't know if I will ever officially close my commissions, but I will just have a bit of a waiting list. So if you are patient and don't mind waiting, then I would love to add you to my list. It's just, I'm a full-time mom / full-time worker / try to be full-time
babysitter for E.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I can't survive.
So I appreciate everybody's patience while I think you ate.
Okay,
I
cool.
think you ate, yeah.
Make sure.
I appreciate y'all's patience while you wait for me, but yes, I would love to create a piece for you. So thank you for asking me.
But yeah, no, I'm even honored that Cardi included B in that show. That's that lineup is crazy. Rock's in that show.
It's a little nerve-wracking for me, to be honest. I'm painting on a canvas and painting, like I'm not painting a toy, so it's gonna be different for me.
No, you gotta kill it, dude.
Yeah.
I got mine today, so I started it. They just got it, painted white and stuff, but it's gonna be nerve-wracking. That lineup is insane. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like my second. So you were my first official show. You asking me to be in your minis. So this is my second official show. So
I'm excited for Cardi. He works hard on this show every year.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a great cause. It's Heart Month, so it all works together.
Yeah.
So Cardi, speaking of Cardi is going to be on my show at the end of the month. Make sure you guys go to my whatnot and you'll hear a bunch of promotion about it. We've been working on this together for probably 6 to 8 months. And I know Ditto and them and E&B have seen a little bit. We've talked a little bit about it, but Cardi is busting butt for this show and you guys are going to love what he's launching. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
You guys are going to absolutely love what he's doing. So be ready for that. We have Kess coming on, the disaster reschedule show when all his toys got broken. So he is going to be coming on in February. And we have Miss Tucci coming on in March. So it's going to be a busy couple months coming up.
Your Series 4 is lining up here.
Series 4 is getting ready to happen. I just launched Frank last night. We only had one, but we're going to launch like 5 more of Frank. One of my favorites, I think. So be on the lookout for the launch date on this guy. So yeah, it's going to be a busy few months coming up.
I have one more thing I do have to mention. I'd be remiss not to because he's in the chat. We're trying really hard to get one of our pals all the way from across the other side of the world, Mr. Rux, to the States. I've teased it for months and months and months, and now
hopefully 2 pals, Manny and
yeah, Manny probably will be coming along with them, but
Manny might just run here.
I know he's probably already on his way. But Rux had, as many of you know, he had some health challenges and some difficulties and stuff in 23, which made it a little bit financially challenging for him. So he's going to put together a really dope show with his very first blind box drop of what you will see coming in the future. This is the very first blind box drop of his figures, including a special 1-of-1 piece of the 6 figures that will be in there. He's done a bunch of really cool DIYs that if you guys are watching our DIY, our IG lives he's been doing, and a few other pieces. Plus, there might be a few surprise pieces from some of the other people that love and know Rux that'll get run on January 26th on my stream, and all the proceeds are going to help him get to Chicago in August, and we're going to get to all meet Rux and hopefully Manny. So
that's gonna be crazy.
There's also a couple other shows coming up. DXE has a show coming up soon on Whatnot, and then Grimley has his Wrapped in Love show on the February 1st.
That's
and
some other guys.
and Sketch.
Sketch has a show coming up
That's who
soon.
it was. That guy. Yeah.
And
So I know. Hey, and I know both Sketch. We've all seen it. Sketch has been killing it with the toys.
Unbelievable.
And Grimley's been working on these rap show for months, doing like painting after painting. I mean, I've seen some pictures.
I will cut somebody for that little mini can with the rainbow little puff.
Yeah, she wants that.
Do not come.
Oh, now it's open though, B. Now we're gonna have to fight for it.
That is my piece. I'm just saying right now. And then Sketch. Oh my God, some of the stuff that Sketch has been making for his show, like y'all, these artists are.
I want the Run the Jewels thing, but I already know Ditto wants that too. The Run the Jewels money.
Yeah, that.
Well, it's not going to matter because those pieces are going to get fought for hard by several people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You're only allowed to bid if you know the names of Run the Jewels albums. It's very easy, but if you don't know it,
yes.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna announce this. So it's gonna put some pressure on me to do it. I may be dropping probably a 5-piece Valentine's Day piece.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Be on the lookout. Maybe.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I am going to, at some point this year, drop a custom toy myself.
Yes. You still haven't called me on that.
Well, because it's going to be a collab, I think, I really want it to be between me and E. What I would love to do.
That would be cool.
We also need a resin printer. We don't have a printer, so
just get E's input and then kick him out of the way so we can get it done in 24.
That's what I try to tell her.
No, I'm dragging E along with me. It's happening in 2024.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I'm going to finish Nick's cow sometime this month.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
All right, guys, we're going to cut it short. We know we got people who want to watch on the rerun. So everybody, again, MUMBOT legend. Like, I can't even say it enough. Like, so awesome that she showed up and hung out with us for an hour and talked space.
Yeah, she's so down to earth.
Yeah, she's really cool.
And then I will say on just like a little side note, I know Rock jokes a lot about there's only like 3 or 4 people in the chat, but like the people that do consistently come every week and hang out with us, like thank y'all for being here. Like the fact that you guys are here, continuing to like promote us on your IG stories and everything, like we really do appreciate it. And like at the end of the day, we really are doing this for the designer community, for the artist community. We obviously get, something out of it by being able to talk to these artists live, but we really do this for you guys. So thank you to the people that continue to show up and continue to support us and give us positive words of encouragement. And we love you guys.
Yes.
You too, Grimley. You too.
Yeah. And don't forget, guys, go back as soon as we click the end on this, go back to the replay of this. Please comment something positive in there with hashtag MUMBOT, and then follow us on DT4_live on our Instagram, and we will go live in the next couple of days with a wheel of names for 2 dope MUMBOT giveaways. So please don't forget to go do that.
Yes. All right, guys, that is all we got for tonight. Be on the lookout for our next show. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. It's going to be something different, and I love it. So be on the lookout for that. And everybody, like, again, B killed it with that statement. Share. Just get the word out. We have 50 people in our auctions, and we get 20 to 30 in here. So if we can get 20 more people in here, that'll just be another stream of people to spread the word. So, all right. So that's all we got for tonight. Everybody be safe, stay happy, and gosh darn it, guys, be nice to each other.
Happy
and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Let's go.
Good night, everybody.
Love y'all.